Hello and welcome to this video. We often think about clutter as physical stuff that just gets in the way, but we can also have clutter in our mind. And if we don't learn to set priorities, that can really lead to stress. That's exactly what we're going to be talking about in this video. Does setting priorities help teenagers deal with stress? So stay tuned for that. We need to definitely talk about clutter in the mind and how that leads to stress and how prioritizing things can help declutter the mind. Of course, we need to be talking mindset and the beliefs and the emotions and how all those things play out in helping you manage stress and prioritize things. We also want to be talking about the role of parents in parenting and how they can help. All those things we'll be discussing next. One of the things teenagers have a difficult time with is part developmental, is part the fact we need to train them. We need to teach them how to learn to prioritize time and deal with things. But the American Psychological Association had a study that showed that 27% of teenagers feel extreme levels of stress during the school year. And a lot of that is about trying to meet their expectations with all the things that they take on during the school year, all the things they're trying to do. So as teenagers say yes to this and yes to that, and they know what the expectations are from whether it's academics or performing in the school band or on theater or in sports or the other extracurricular things that are important to them, important to their teammates and their bandmates and what have you, right? They don't want to let them down. The academic pressures to do well so you can get in the right college and all of those sort of things that play out. Teenagers begin to feel that overwhelm as they try to manage all those things within the time frame that we have. So it's that whole idea of putting too much into a cup, too much into a plate, so it's overflowing, and that overflow is that extreme levels of stress that they're feeling. What we as parents, educators, schools really need to focus a better job on is teaching how to prioritize and manage time, because so much of this is really about that overwhelm that's putting too much on their plate. Now, there can be multiple causes of that. Some of that's going to be mindset related. But the bottom line is the skill of managing that isn't really necessarily natural. There are absolutely personality types who just pick up this idea of needing to manage time pretty easily. But they've been modeling it, they've seen it from others, and the way they store time, the way their personality fits, they pick this up much quicker, much easier. So there's no question. I've had some over the years who are naturally better organized than others. But there's still things that we need to and can do to help them understand how to prioritize things. And there are simple little tools like the Eisenhower Matrix, which is something, as you can see, I use. The Eisenhower Matrix was developed by, yes, President Eisenhower, and he actually had a saying from the military days when he was leading, all of Europe and the United States in World War II. It's like, why is it that the important things are low priority and the unimportant things have the highest priority? That was his frustration as a military person. And, we kind of chuckle at it, but there's a lot of truth to that. So he developed this system for making things and putting them in the right quadrant to prioritize things. And that's this simple little item that we can teach our kids how to do. We teach them a to-do list, but we don't always teach them how to then weigh out what's the most important things to get done first, etc. So a very simple thing like that can help them declutter their mind. So let's talk for a moment about mindset. And hopefully you've watched a whole lot of my videos where I talk about mindset. I'm often talking about the beliefs and values and emotions and all those things, which are it's the core to what a mindset is. But for this little section, I want to talk about something that also plays into a mindset, not necessarily directly connected to a mindset, but it's very important for us to understand how it may impact this whole idea of prioritizing time and such. And that is strategies. How does a child begin to make a decision? So, specifically, we're going to talk about decision making strategy on what they need to do in the moment. So, if they begin to, I've got this to do, this to do, this to do, da da da, what goes through their mind when all of a sudden they begin to decide to get into a text conversation with their friend, or go watch some YouTube videos, or going to do my math instead of a social studies project, even though the social studies project's due tomorrow and the math thing I'm working on isn't due for 2 days? What goes through the mind with making those decisions? And, I can think of a number of examples of kids who had kind of poor decision-making strategies. And what often weighed into some of these things are the values, which we'll talk about in a moment. So, they might really value that feeling of comfort, or I'll make up the word, easeability. So what do I mean by that? Something that is easier and more comfortable for them, they like it, they do a little bit better in it, gets higher priority than something that's a little harder and more challenging. And even though that thing that might be easier isn't due for a little while, they'll choose that over something that's a little more difficult and challenging, even though that should, in the moment, be getting a higher priority. So that sort of understanding what goes on inside the mind on how they make a decision is important to teach them and show them, so then you can begin to make better decisions. All right, now, the more traditional aspect of mindset is what we believe to be true, our values and our emotions, managing all those things. So that's something we really want to make sure we are paying attention to and shaping. Understanding our values, why we do something, what's really most important, and that's typically seen in the decisions we make in terms of how we spend our time. And this is a great way to find out what you really value, because typically, if you have a couple of different things going on, you're going to end up choosing the one that really is the most important to you. And in that moment, it might not be the most beneficial long term. Right? This is where we can also have some values conflicts. So really identifying what's most important and understanding that can then begin to help you go, all right, this is really important to me, but that's going to need to take a back seat in this instant, because I've got to do this. And then tying that other priority to a different value that's also important, and understanding the connection, that's part of that mindset training that we're talking about. And it is all about training and teaching them the process to do that. One of the things that in the programs I did, we were mentors. I often told my students, I'm not really a teacher. I'm a coach and mentor. All right. And our school, well, 2 different school districts I worked in, began moving away from requiring planners. They used to actually buy the planners for the students. And they, for whatever reason, moved away from it. In one case, it was because kids weren't using it. All right. Well, who's that really on? It's middle school. It's really on us. Well, the woman I had worked with for years in the last district I in, we started helping them by making sure they had planners, even if it came out of my own budget or sometimes even my own pocket. We made sure they had planners, and handwritten planners, but also showed them electronically how to maybe put it into Google Calendar, so on their laptops they'd be able to access it there. But we also believed strongly it was important to write things down. And when we implemented that, there was a regular habit we were trying to get them into in school of, all right, let's get it. Let me see what you have written down. Prioritize that. Which is more important? When's it due? helping them begin to make those decisions on what should be at the top of the list and whatnot. You're coming in my class, you've got an hour in here. What's our priority? What do we have to do? What are we covering today? And we would go through all that before classes even started. This is what we're doing today. This is how we're going to do it. Let's put this on the top of your list. This really should be done first. Da da da. And that went a long ways for helping these kids deal with any sort of stress or overwhelm from putting too much on their plate, learning how to prioritize things. Come to another video, the end of it, and as always, I encourage you to subscribe to our channel, check out our other videos, but I would also encourage you in this case to register for one of our free webinars. Love to have you check out Enhance Your Child's Performance in Academics, Athletics, and the Arts, and in Life. You check that one out. There's going to be a little bit more information about how you can help your child in this area. So check that out today, and I'll see you in the next video.